He first asked me, "Are you afraid to die?" And I said no. And then I asked him, "Are you afraid to die?" And he said no. And he asked me, he was like, "Would you kill your grandparents?" It was a tire iron. I started just beating her head with it, and Johnny just used his fist.
I believe that there were people at that house.
On April 6, 2017, the family of 63-year-old couple Wendy and Randall Bjorge contacted police to request a welfare check on them. The elderly couple lived in Lawrenceville, Georgia, only 20 minutes away from their family in Duluth, but no one had seen or heard from either Wendy or Randall in days. And when police went to check on the couple, they got no answer either. They returned to the home and knocked every day afterward, but still no one ever came to the door. On the fourth day, police finally forced entry into the home, and upstairs they stumbled across a room with caulk pasted around the edges of the door. When they broke the door open, what lay behind it was a scene directly from a nightmare. Randall and Wendy were sprawled on the floor, mangled, bloodied, and with deep cuts to the front of their necks. The room smelled heavily of bleach, and judging the state of decomposition, the couple had been dead for nearly a week when they were found. But there was one more resident still missing from the home, the couple's 17-year-old granddaughter, Cassandra Bjorge. The search for Cassandra immediately began, with police first believing she was also the victim of a vicious assailant. But shockingly, Cassandra's family had a completely different theory, and with their help, the police soon found Cassandra alive and well at a friend's apartment. But she and her boyfriend, 19-year-old Johnny Ryder, refused to exit the apartment, and when SWAT made entry later that day, both teenagers were suffering from self-inflicted critical injuries. They were transported to the hospital, where both survived and underwent surgery before being transported to the police station to answer some serious questions.
Yeah, my head just feels a little weird.
Yeah, I bet. Alright, here are your fries.
Awesome.
Everything's here.
I don't think I've met you before, have I?
No. You remember my name? Coolness.
Coolness? Really?
Swear. That's probably why I was class clown 25.
Miss Coolness. That's a pretty
Miss
cool
Coolness,
name.
Shannon Coolness, whatever you want. I'm just gonna grab it and put it out here.
Okay.
If you need anything, just holler.
Okay.
Oh, let me get these things off, yeah.
Okay.
You are doing all right eating?
I was getting there.
Let me do it away from you so I don't,
Stab me.
yeah. Well, I just did already. Tearing that up, dude.
Got the McDonald's smell going.
Did you eat my fries or no?
It's fitting up in.
I think she did. Actually, I did. Well, obviously, I'm the guy kind of in charge of what's been going on, I guess, the past week, okay? I talked to Ryan, Investigator Ryan Thurman, or Investigator Thurman, the guy that you talked to yesterday, I guess.
Oh, was he... How can I describe him? Was he like the tall...
He's a short
The
dude.
shorter one? Okay, so he was the direct attorney?
Yeah, he's an investigator for the
Yeah,
attorney
okay,
office,
yeah. I worked with him before. He was helping me with the case that I had with my stepdad.
Oh,
Yeah. What do you think of that tall guy?
He was okay. I feel like I've met him before. I think I met him when I went to court once, but he was okay.
Yeah.
As Cassandra stated, this isn't her first encounter with the law. Her violent and uncontrollable behavior was the reason she was living with her grandparents in the first place. And within the past year, she dropped out of high school, been placed on probation, and the police were called to Wendy and Randall's at least 13 times in response to her having a meltdown or running away. She was also previously arrested and charged for assaulting her grandmother, a precursor to the horror that would come just months later.
Do you remember when you read your rights and all that?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you understand all them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna read them again just to make sure. You willing to talk about, I guess?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Whatever you have to ask me, I'm
I
good to
got
talk
you.
about.
Well, I guess let's start from. Let me get your full name just to make sure I know who you are, I guess.
Cassandra Bjorge.
And can I call you Cassie?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the nickname they give you?
Yeah.
Is that Cassie?
E.
And I guess your boyfriend Johnny,
Mhm.
how long you date that dude for?
Like 3 months.
3 months. Where'd you guys meet at?
I met him through the ex-boyfriend who sold my phone.
That's payback.
That's true, I guess. Yeah, I talked to Johnny a couple days ago, and just talking to him, I think she definitely was crazy. So
Is he okay?
yeah, he's fine. So
Is
he
he-
sends his regards and all that stuff. So
Is he doing okay?
no, he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually is better off than you. You know, they weren't that deep or anything. So he didn't.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I could have sworn he did worse than me, because I remember when we were in the bathroom, because he did it with me
Mhm.
too. He kept going, and I kept telling him to stop. So
Yeah, maybe this tougher skin. I don't really know. Guess let's start from scratch about what happened. Starting from when you ran away, I guess. Is that the 31st? Do you remember, or 28th or something like that?
I didn't really run away. My grandma kicked me out.
Okay.
Cause this is what happened. I was chilling with Johnny and my other friend Sabrina, and I came home because it was time for curfew.
Mhm.
Cause I didn't want to violate my probation. So I came home, and my grandpa was asleep, and my grandma got really mad at me, and she was saying oh, if you don't like it here, we're just gonna find somewhere else for you to stay. And she just said that out of the blue. She just got really mad for some reason. And so I was just if you're gonna find another place for me to stay, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna find somewhere else to go. So.
And this was basically when you took off, you came back, your grandparents were home, and I guess that's when you had that argument?
Wait, what?
You just had an argument with your grandma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Then I left.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I got you. And then when you left, where'd you go to?
I was just staying with Johnny. We were sleeping in his car.
So I guess when do you decide to go back to your grandparents' house in the middle of the night?
It was a couple days after, 2 or 3 days.
You remember Saturday, Sunday? Do you have an exact?
I don't really remember. I didn't really even know what day it was that we went into the house.
And before you did that, did you and Johnny meet up somewhere at a park or something
Yeah.
to talk about what was going on?
We went to Peace Ridge Park, and we talked about it. At first, it wasn't my idea at first.
How did you even I guess, what was said? How did you even bring up? What was the context?
He first asked me, "Are you afraid to die?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said no. And then I asked him, "Are you afraid to die?" And he said no. And he was just talking about how we could run away together, that kind of dream. And he asked me, he was "Would you kill your grandparents?" And I kind of hesitated for a minute. And I was like, "Why?" And he was just I don't know. I mean, because he knows probably everything that I've been through with all of my family. And he understands that, all I really wanted to do was just kind of get away from everything, kind of just move on with myself. I wasn't having a good relationship with my grandparents. It started getting really bad, that I got a charge from them because, I fought them, I might have broken, my grandpa's ribs when, for that charge for simple assault and simple battery, And it just got really worse. We just kept arguing all the time, and then, I don't know, I guess things, just seemed different. They didn't look at me the same anymore. They didn't, I don't know, it was the vibe that they have was like, they didn't really know what to do. They didn't really know like how to like be around me, I guess. They didn't really know how to talk to me. So I didn't really know like how to talk to them either. So it was just a really hard.
It was a big age difference too, so
yeah. And then, before all of the stuff happened with my parents, like they treated me so much differently, They had, they trusted me, I could have done anything at their house, like I was free and I loved going over there, and it wasn't like I was actually like living there, so, because I was with my parents, so I never like ever had that feeling. But even though I did live with them before, I don't know, it kind of just like changed throughout like the whole time that I was with them. So I don't know, I kind of just.
When you guys met at the park, did he ever go over the actual plan on how you guys would do it or anything like that, or like what was that about?
Well, I mean, we were just trying to figure out how to get money, and because he said that he might have had a warrant, and I didn't know if I had a warrant because, my grandma kicked me out, and then she did the same thing that my mom did. Like, my mom would kick me out, then like a couple days later she would call the cops saying that I ran away when I didn't. Like, sometimes like she would physically force me out of the house. Because like sometimes like I would just be like, Mom, like, why are you doing this? And then she would like literally like grab my stuff and push me out the door, and then call the cops on me. Johnny was saying that he might already like violated probation because he thought his mom called the cops on him or something. I don't know, but how we started talking about it was like we started out like with what time should we go over to the house? How are we gonna do this? Like what materials do we need to do this? So we started talking about that, and then so we decided to go around like midnight or 1:30 because my grandma normally went to sleep around like 11:30, 12. So we decided like we would park down the road, and then the park was literally like right behind my backyard, like the neighborhood park. So I was able to go through the park and then cut through my backyard because there was a fence.
So when you guys made it to the back door or the back gate, what'd you guys do next? How'd you move up to the house?
Well, we went up the stairs.
The decking stairs?
Yeah,
okay.
The back deck. And my grandma was still up because we got there a little bit early. So we went back down and we were kind of just chilling over where...
the shed is?
Yeah, we were just chilling by the shed. And then we saw that the lights turned out, and then we just like stayed outside for a little bit longer just to, wait. And then I already had the keys to my house because I already had a set of keys, so I was able to unlock the back door. And then that just made everything easier. So, but I was able to I unlocked the back door. I was able to open the back door a little bit and not have the stuff in front of the door fall and, make a noise. So I was able to like maneuver in, and then I moved the stuff in front of the door, and then I got Johnny in. And then we closed the door and locked it.
And then would you guys you just hang out downstairs, or did you start moving upstairs? Or?
We went upstairs. We didn't immediately go upstairs. Like, we went to the stairs, and then we were like just listening, just hearing what was going on, and we thought everything was good, and then we went upstairs and...
Hold on, did you guys have anything in your hands, or you just...
Yeah, I had, what's it called? It's one of those car tool things.
Is it to do a tire, or is it to fix
iron.
it?
It was a tire iron, so I had one of those.
Where'd you get that at?
Johnny's car. And Johnny just used his fist, and he brought a black book bag that had duct tape in it, and it had the tire iron in it, and it had gloves in it, because we were also wearing gloves too.
What kind of gloves?
They were like
hospital gloves, or regular?
Like hospital gloves.
So who's first up the stairs? Is it you and he's kind of following you, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go up the stairs. He goes into my grandpa's room, and then I go into my grandma's room. And yeah.
Do you hear kind of what's going on over there, and
Yeah.
does that kind of cue you off to with your grandmother there?
Yeah, he started going at it, and then, I could hear my grandpa just yelling, and, them fighting, and then I started getting the rush, and then, that's when I started hitting my grandma in the head.
So you took the tire iron, is it just...
I started just beating her head with it.
Does she have a pillow over her head, do you know? Or
No.
would she have a pillow around her head or something? Okay.
The way she was laying was she was on her stomach, and her head was facing to the right. If you go into the bedroom, and you look at the bed, so her head was facing like the opposite direction, so she couldn't see me coming through the door.
Okay.
So I hit her really hard on the back of the head, and then she started screaming and stuff. And
Was that the first hit?
Yeah.
The back of the head?
Yeah. That's where I mainly hit her in the head. She bit me.
I think I took a picture of that yesterday, right?
Yeah, she bit me in my finger too, but I forgot which finger. It was on my right hand. I think it was either my middle finger or it was that one.
And when you and your grandmother used to get into it, that's kind of how did she bite you before to
Yeah.
kind of get you off her or whatnot?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
bitten me before.
Well, she's bitten you before too.
Yeah. So I started hitting my grandma, and I already had duct tape, and then, Johnny's doing his thing. And, I stopped hearing Johnny doing whatever. And so he comes in the room with me and my grandma, and, he helps me, tie up my grandma with the duct tape. And
How did you do that? Is it just her hands or?
I got her hands, I got her whole head, and then I got her ankles.
Okay, with her hands, I guess.
It was behind her back.
So it's just like this?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about anything on her head or neck, or did you?
Yeah, we kind of wrapped the duct tape around her head, ish. So, and then that was it.
What was that for? Just
so then she kept it on.
oh, okay.
Or just cause.
And you said her ankles too?
Mhm.
Okay. And Johnny helped you tie her up?
Yeah, I mean I mostly did it, but I needed a little bit of help because she was moving around and stuff, and so he helped me a little bit, and then he went back into my grandpa's room, and then.
What were you doing when you went back in your grandpa's room?
I was still with my grandma, and then.
In her room?
Yeah, and then I dragged her into my grandpa's room, and Johnny asked me to go get some knives. So I got some knives from downstairs in the kitchen, and I got 3 big butcher knives. And then that's when he started stabbing my grandpa, because then I went back upstairs because I dragged my grandma into my grandpa's room, so they were both in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked her for the code to her safe, because I already knew that she had a safe in her closet. I just didn't know it was in the safe.
Mm.
So, I mean...
Did she tell you?
Yeah, I mean, she kept saying, I'll give you money, I'll give you my keys, I'll give you anything you want. But, yeah, she just kept
Was
saying...
she able to talk with the duct tape around her face?
Yeah. She was mumbling. You could still understand her, but, at the same time, you couldn't.
It wasn't her mouth was shut.
Yeah.
Almost as if...
It was like that.
Okay. Almost as if she could still move her mouth enough to make the words behind the tape. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Johnny's stabbing your grandfather, is it mainly in the torso or? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he just, I don't know why he did that, but he just kept going.
How many times? More than 2? More
yeah,
5?
More than 5.
Okay.
It was more than 5. So we left my grandma sitting there on the floor, and then I got the code to the safe. So Johnny's watching my grandpa and my grandma, and I'm over.
How'd you get that code? Did she tell you guys, or?
She told us.
Okay.
So she told us the code, and I went in the closet because that's where they kept the safe. So I go in there, I'm checking out all the stuff, and I grab the book bag, and I just start stuffing the book bag with everything. There was envelopes just filled with money. There was probably about $1,000 that we found in that safe that they were just saving. And
did you know about that money, or you just said no?
Well, my grandma, it was kind of weird. She was kind of giving me an idea about it before. She was saying, "What if I just gave you $1,000? Would that just make the world a better place?" I'm just no, I don't want $1,000, you know? So, you know, she kept saying that, and then, like, when I saw it, I was just like, wow, she actually had $1,000 in her safe. Like, that's crazy. So, after that, he slits my grandpa's throat, and then we dragged my grandma into the bathroom, and...
What was the reason for that? Just to bring her to the bathroom?
Yeah, I don't know why we brought her back into the bathroom. I guess we didn't want to bring her into the bedroom.
Okay.
So we just brought her into the bathroom. And then, yeah. And then Johnny slit her throat too.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually hit her in the back of the head with the tire iron. Well, not the back of the head, but like right where your spine is. Because he was telling me, he was like, if you hit right there, like just one like good hit, you can just knock the person out and then they'll be dead. Mm-hmm. And she was like pretending to be dead for a while. Like I would, you know, check up on her and I would see that she was still breathing. And I'll be like, Johnny, she's still alive. What the heck? And then like Johnny finally like made the like last blow. And it was kind of creepy because she was like scared. To die, like she shitted herself and peed herself.
How did she?
It was kind of gross. That was really.
So you said the last blow though
was just like the last hit, like that.
Last hit with the tire iron.
Mm-hmm.
And who did that? You or Johnny?
Johnny.
Had her throat already been slit?
And then after he like did that, then he slit her throat.
Oh, okay. So her throat wasn't slit until.
Mhm. And then we came back to the house.
When you guys left, where'd you guys go to?
We went over to like Kroger or Publix to go get something to eat, and then we went back to the house. And we just kind of like chilled there.
Which one?
It was like on Old Peachtree.
Were you in Johnny's car when you guys left, or?
No, we took my grandpa's car.
Did you leave Johnny's car at the apartment or the park rather?
Yeah. Well, after I got my grandpa's car, I drove over to Johnny's car, and we dropped Johnny's car off over by these little like stores. I forgot. It's over by the Kroger that we would normally go to.
So is that car still there, probably, or no?
Yeah, I bet the car's still there. It's parked in like, it's like over where the quinceañera place is. You know, there's like there was like.
The Hampton Inn, more towards the Hampton Inn?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys went back to the house, and then did you do anything to the doors, or?
Johnny did. He glued the doors.
Okay.
He went in my garage and found the, what's it called? I don't know.
Caulk.
Yeah. So yeah, he did that.
Okay. And was the point of that is what, just?
He just did that. He just decided to do that. He didn't tell me. I just watched him and I was just like, okay.
Okay.
Like, you got it.
Did you guys kind of just stay in the house then, or?
Yeah, it was kind of both. We were kind of like in and out of the house for a couple days. It was just me and him. We didn't tell anyone. I mean, I told my friends that my grandparents went on a vacation for like 2 weeks.
Did you call some of your friends ever and say, hey, if you guys want to come over? Because I spoke to some people, and that's just the rumor going out. They said, hey, if you guys want to come over, not for a party or anything, but, you know, I got some money, grandparents are out of town. Yeah.
I mean, I would just tell people, like, I would just be like, hey, you know, like, I have, like, the free crib, but I wouldn't have people come over. You know, I'd just be like, if y'all are trying to chill, I'll come meet up with you.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't let them go to the house.
Right.
That makes sense.
The detective already knows from conversations with her friends that Cassandra sent the invitations with the intention of her friends coming over to party while her grandparents decayed in the upstairs bedroom. Whether or not the invitations were answered, that didn't stop the young couple from celebrating, using the stolen money to purchase weed and order food, and smoking inside her grandparents' home for the next 3 days. And that wasn't all they did in the week that her grandparents were out of town.
You had some blood on you, I bet.
Yeah, I had some blood on my face.
Okay. Did you change clothes?
Yeah.
Were you in the house when you changed your clothes?
Yes.
Okay. Did you had extra clothes because you lived there?
Yeah.
What about Johnny? Did Johnny have to change clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What'd you guys do with those clothes?
We put them in a trash bag, and I think we left the trash bag in my grandpa's car.
Okay.
With the knives that
Okay.
he used. So it was all in like one trash bag.
And that backpack you were talking about that he used, did it have a design on it?
It was just all black, said Jansport. Just
Okay.
one of those small little 1 or 2 pocket book bags.
Okay. And when you dropped his Honda off,
Mhm.
what was the point of leaving it at the Kroger?
He said that he didn't want to drive around with that car anymore because technically that wasn't his car. I mean, it was under his mom's name.
Okay.
So he wanted to use like my grandparents' car instead.
Because if somebody came looking for you guys, they could come looking for
His car.
his car with that his mom had.
Mhm.
Okay.
When you guys left, did you go to make any purchases to buy some new clothes using credit cards or anything? Because we
Yeah.
got receipts in that. So do you remember whose credit card you used?
It was my grandma's credit card. Or it was a debit card.
Did you take your grandma's purse or
Yeah, I
You
took my
used-
grandma's purse.
where was that at?
It was in the car.
Your grandpa's car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything that was in the safe, we just...
What else was in her purse? Anything else in her purse?
No.
What about men? They carry wallets. You take grandpa's wallet?
I couldn't find his wallet, so I had no idea where his wallet was. So I just had my grandma's wallet in her purse.
He hid it underneath his bed. We found his wallet.
Oh,
Smart guy, because we almost didn't find it
His
either.
wallet and his cell phone were under his bed.
really?
Yeah.
I guess that's where he started hiding it.
So you basically were using your grandmother's phone for all the communication on calling your friends and all that?
Yeah.
Did you have, like, how, I can't memorize numbers worth of shit. Did you just memorize them, or you went through your phone to...
I didn't have a phone at the time. Well, I mean, I did, but didn't have any data on it or anything, so I wasn't calling anybody. I was just mainly using, like, social media.
Oh, I gotcha.
So, and,
Is that your Snapchat? What are you using?
yeah.
Okay.
I was mainly just using Snapchat to, contact, like, just a couple of my friends to chill with
Okay.
them and stuff.
Did you guys ever chill with anyone during that week at all, or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
we chilled with some of his friends, some of my friends, and kind of a mixture of both of our friends. 'Cause-
Yeah.
And you said, I think I asked you before, you did go to karate or whatnot on Wednesday.
Mhm.
Was he with you, or you left by yourself?
Yeah, it was me and Johnny.
You guys both went inside, or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
we both were inside. He was interested in seeing what the place looked like. And I forgot if Shifu, my master, was here or if he went to China because Johnny really wanted to meet Shifu. So I was like, okay, let's go meet him. And
Where's that place at?
it's Duluth/Norcross.
What's it called, I guess?
Shaolin Institute.
I don't even know. All the places you kind of went to buy clothes and things like that? Like, were you guys the
Well,
mall, or?
yeah, we went to, where did we go? I think we went to the Mall of Georgia to go buy some clothes. Maybe Sugarloaf Mills. Yeah.
Remember what stores or anything, or no? Another question for you too. I noticed that all your bed sheets and sheets were taken off of your bed. Did you kind of bring all that stuff in the living room so you wouldn't have to go upstairs, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's where you guys slept, pretty much?
We slept in the TV room. We didn't want to stay upstairs.
Okay.
Was it kind of the plan that you would attack your grandma and he would attack your
Yes.
grandpa?
Yes.
But that's not all. The couple's original plan was actually much more sinister, and the detective is about to realize that they might have stopped not just a psychopath, but a teenage serial killer.
But during that kind of conversation where you guys had that and you were talking about maybe getting out of town and stuff like that, starting your new life, starting over and whatnot,
Yeah.
how come you guys did stay
Well,
in
because
town?
this is the plan. First, we were gonna get my grandparents. Ooh.
You hot?
And
You hot?
Yeah, I want to give her the
Oh, okay.
smushy things.
Okay.
what?
Your
Yes,
exercise stuff.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so the reason why we stayed in town was because the plan was we were going to get both of our families. That's why...
Hold on, what?
Okay, so the plan was that we were both going to get both of our families. But first we got my grandparents. Then that's why we went over to Johnny's house. And we attacked his sister and her boyfriend because he wanted to kill his family.
Okay.
So that's like, we stayed in town for a couple days because, we wanted to get some money, we wanted to get ready to leave. And then that plan, just going over to his house, kind of just like, it didn't work out at all. It went downhill from there.
Now, there seems to be a pretty big gap
Yeah.
still, though, between your grandparents and then attacking his sister and the boyfriend.
Mhm.
Was that kind of in the plan?
Yeah.
To try to get away with it for the week and then kill them?
Well, we weren't really like going on like a week thing. It was kind of just like a day-to-day kind of thing. Like, what are we going to do today sort of thing. But I mean, we wanted to get out of town like as soon as possible.
Okay.
But just how it all just kind of timed out. Thank you so much.
So what made you guys pick that night that you did it? And not any of the other nights before? Was anybody going to be at the house that shouldn't have been? Or were you waiting on someone in particular to be there with them? Who's in Johnny's family? Does he got a mom and a dad?
Just a mom, 2 sisters, and that's it.
Okay.
And yeah, we were really like planning on like what time. We were just kind of like just going how it went, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing how it would go, and then it just kind of went like really downhill from there.
Okay.
With the bear spray and everything, the baseball bat.
The what spray?
We had like bear repellent that we bought from Bass Pro Shop
What was that for?
for just to like get them away or to like kind of like knock them out.
Okay.
That stuff is strong. Like
Yeah.
this stuff. Oh my gosh.
We have to get sprayed with like the obviously non-bear spray,
Mhm.
and that stuff is strong. So did you spray it on them?
Yeah, we both did. Well, I mean, Johnny did more. He sprayed more because my bottle stopped working for some reason, so I couldn't like really use it, and it was so crazy. Like it was just all a rush. Like it was just the spray was going everywhere, and it was like your eyes were burning, like your whole body was burning. It was so painful. Like.
And who did you guys spray? Who got sprayed with that?
One of Johnny's sisters and her boyfriend.
Was anybody else home?
No.
Okay.
Did you guys do anything to the house when you were there? Like anything? Did you do anything with the windows, or you just kind of were chilling out there?
I was
And
just kind of just chilling there.
Were you waiting on them to get home?
Yeah.
Like that was the plan?
Yeah.
Because you obviously waited at your house to make sure Grandma went to bed, and to both obviously. I assume your intention was to catch them while they were sleeping.
Yeah.
And then with Johnny's house, you went before everybody else got back for the night?
Yeah, because like our plan was like.
Why didn't you want to attack them while they were sleeping?
I'm not sure why we didn't do that, but he kind of said it would be a lot easier if we kind of just waited for them to each come home, so then we could each of them
One at
just
a
knock
time.
them out. Yeah. And it didn't really go like that. That was Johnny's idea, because then that's the reason why he asked me if I wanted to kill my grandparents, because he wanted to already kill his family. And he was like, let's be Bonnie and Clyde.
He said that?
Yeah. I was like, okay.
that's what I first said when, because I'm the one that got called out to the scene initially, and that's the first thing that came out of my mouth. So.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the movies?
Of course.
Was there like ever a snapping point, or, I mean, do you feel bad about what happened? Do you think she deserves what happened, or what? How are you feeling right now? I'm not in your shoes.
With my grandparents?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel terrible. I mean, I feel like the worst person on the planet, but at the same time, it was kind of just like, I don't know. I mean, I feel heartbroken, But I don't know. It's really weird. Like I'm really sad about it, and that's like one of the reasons why like I wanted to kill myself, like and just overdose, because like there was so much stuff going on between me and my grandparents already. Like I couldn't handle it anymore.
Like you said with his follow-up question though, I mean, did they deserve it? Did Grandma deserve it? Did Grandpa deserve it? Or was it kind of just more getting away from your own family?
It was more kind of just getting away.
Okay. So you don't think that Grandma did anything?
I mean, I was pretty pissed at her for the couple times that like she would call the cops on me for no reason sometimes, or like just like a lot of the stuff that she would say would be really offensive because it would be about my mom.
Was your mom ever part of the plan?
Oh, killing them?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to.
Was it something you and Johnny discussed, or is it something you just thought of?
Well, I mean, we did discuss it, but then Johnny was like, no, we can't waste our time on them. And I was like, okay. But I wanted to.
Johnny kind of told you not to,
Yeah.
that it wouldn't be beneficial?
Yeah, because, I don't know what's really going on with my parents, I mean, I don't know.
You didn't know what you would be met with.
Yeah, I didn't.
Whereas your grandparents, you knew it was kind of a safe bet.
Yeah.
That they'd be sleeping at that time of night and
Yeah.
you could attack them separately and be able to control them.
Yeah, because I don't know what my parents would do. They're insane.
So you guys kind of had a plan for each kind of lifestyle of your families. Like your grandparents obviously went to bed a little earlier. You could just wait until they were asleep, and then you could each respectively take one and kill them. And then with Johnny's family, he said it would be easier for you guys to kind of knock them down one by one and kill them when they returned. Did Johnny bring a backpack to that one too, like he brought to your grandparents?
She brought a baseball bat because we bought a baseball bat.
Where'd you buy the baseball bat from?
It was at I can't remember the store, but I remember him seeing him buy the bat, so he bought the bat. We brought it over to the house.
Did he swipe for it or pay cash?
Cash.
And was this in preparation for killing Johnny's parents?
Yes.
Family?
Yes.
So he brought a backpack?
Yes.
What was in the backpack?
Duct tape. 2 things of duct tape. We had the bear repellent, and then we had this sort of like a hammer-ish thing. It was wooden, and then it was a mallet.
Okay.
Yeah, a mallet, and then the baseball bat.
Anything else?
That was it.
You guys had a bag too, full with like peroxide, bandages, band-aids, syringes. What was that about?
Just
Someone
in
cut
case.
them? Oh, okay.
Just in case. Like, I wanted to bring a first aid kit just in case whatever happened,
Did you get injured when you guys were attacking your grandparents, other than her biting you?
No.
What about Johnny? Did he get any cuts?
Johnny got hit in the nose, like right here.
So that was from your grandpa?
No, that was at his house.
No, I'm saying at your grandparents' house.
No.
So you got bit, but Johnny didn't get anything?
No.
What about you guys had a scale and stuff like that in the bag?
Mm-hmm.
Was that Johnny's or yours?
It was Johnny's. The scale?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Johnny's.
Does he sell or just buy or what?
We were just using it just to make sure no one was like
Ripping off?
Yeah, ripping us off. Because sometimes that's what people would do. Because we were smoking weed, so
We don't
Not the
care.
drug police.
we were smoking weed, and sometimes our. Do you know what a plug is, right? Yeah. Okay. I didn't know.
She thinks we're really old.
No. I didn't know if you guys knew that term. So yeah, sometimes our plug would short us, and we just wanted to make sure if she ever did, So.
Did she ever short you or no?
Only a couple times. I mean, the reason why she was shorting us was because she was gonna get me a phone. So every time we would buy from her, she would put in money to get me a phone.
An old lady?
Yeah, she's this old 80-something 40-something-year-old lady. She sells drugs. She's crazy. I call her Mama Bear. She was almost like a mom to me. She's pretty cool.
Is it at that mobile home place you buy that dope from, or no? Isn't there a mobile home?
Just quick question.
Yeah.
So we found, obviously, your grandpa's car at Johnny's house.
Yeah.
Is that the car you had the whole time up until you went to Johnny's house?
Mm-hmm.
And then whose car did you take from Johnny's house? If
His
grandpa's car was still
sister's.
his sister's.
Yeah.
And what kind of car was that?
It was a Honda SUV-ish. It was gray.
Okay.
The reason why we took that car because we couldn't find the keys to my grandpa's car, but we found his sister's keys.
Okay, so you lost the keys to grandpa's car
Yeah.
in Johnny's house probably, or?
Yeah, it was in
Okay.
Johnny's house. Yeah, I was wearing a blue shirt that said, it's something like good vibes only. It was like halfway to here. It had like, it was blue, like a light blue. Had like, the sleeves kind of like had holes in them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a light blue. And then I was wearing jeans.
Is that what you were wearing when you got picked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
When
What about Johnny? Because Johnny wasn't wearing, when he got to his buddy's house, he wasn't wearing many clothes.
When we went over to his friend's house, he was only in shorts.
What was he wearing when he attacked his sister?
I don't remember.
Don't remember.
But he took all of his clothes off, like he stripped.
And put them where?
I don't remember.
Why did he take them off?
Cause he was burning, like his whole body was burning. So he had
Like
to
were the clothes wet with the stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had to do like a milk shower. Like he literally like stripped.
Did you guys buy milk
Yeah.
to do the milk shower?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we found a milk jug in the back of the Nissan. Is that okay? In Grandpa's car, there was a lot of bloody clothes.
Yeah.
The thing is, we can basically piece together kind of what happens based on the evidence and stuff like that. But what we never can fully explain is why it happened or what happened. Like the reasons it happened.
Like why we did what we did.
Yeah.
I mean, the main reason why I did what I did was because I kind of just wanted to get away from my family.
How were you feeling? So that was your plan going into it. Killing Grandma and Grandpa would get you further away from your family.
Yeah.
When you were actually attacking Grandma,
Mm-hmm.
when you heard Johnny attacking Grandpa, you said you got a rush.
Yeah, I had like this like kind of like this rush where I was like, okay, like I'm ready to do this, like it's, gonna happen. There's no going back.
So
It wasn't like a good rush. It was kind of like, okay, like
it's go time.
I gotta do this, like I gotta do what I gotta do.
Kind of walk me through what was going on in your head. I mean, was it like you said, the rush where it's go time, I just need to do what the fuck we came here to do?
Yeah.
Or was it like, fuck them, they gave me curfew, they deserved it,
It was
let's
like,
get this shit going?
it's both.
Both.
Honestly, I mean, I stopped doing kung fu for a while just because, my mind wasn't there,
Mhm.
I just, all of my feelings and my emotions were all over the place and I wasn't able to focus. So that really affected, my kung fu. But when I was there, I don't know, just all of my emotions kind of just, came out when it was happening. I was just angry and I was sad, but I was heartbroken at the same time, because it was just why did all of this stuff have to, happen with my family,
Mhm.
Why did I have to deal with all this bullshit, and it's just, I just kind of really got tired of it and I couldn't handle it anymore, I just kept exploding inside almost.
Mhm.
I wanted to just run away and just be by myself. No, they were my biggest hurdles because of probation.
Okay.
If I didn't get probation, I wouldn't be in this, I don't know, probation kind of really messed me up because, I was going to get a job, I was going to, start getting money, just, starting my life. And then once I got probation, it kind of just, really messed up everything, I had to be home at a certain time and I couldn't do
Right.
as much stuff as I, used to do. And, that really made me angry because, I used to just be able to do whatever,
Right.
I wanted to,
When you during this whole week, kind of in between, you guys obviously took Grandma's credit card. You swiped it a bunch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever get denied when you were trying to swipe it?
No.
Where were you gonna go afterwards?
We were gonna go like to Florida.
Okay. Anywhere in particular?
Maybe like Pensacola, Panama City, just somewhere, you know, where we could just like escape.
Yeah,
Just somewhere where we could just kind of like escape reality. Because
I gotcha.
this kind of just all I've been wanting to do for such a long time, which is
Escape reality or kill Grandma and Grandpa?
well, no, not kill them. Kind of just like escape from everything, you know.
Okay.
Just
You gotta take a look at that. That's you and him, right? Is that at your grandparents' house? It sure looks like the living room of your grandparents' house.
how would that be possible?
Who's taking that?
That couldn't be at my grandparents' house. There was no one at my grandparents' house, so that could have been at my grandparents' house.
Well, I mean, I didn't shit this out. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Who, you know what I'm saying?
That must have been before.
Who's over there?
That might have been like Izzy or Sabrina.
But your grandparents didn't like Johnny, so when was he at your house much?
Like, he didn't go to my house at all. Like, I mean, that couldn't have been at my house. That had to be in someone else's house because we had no one at my house. It was just me and Johnny.
I mean, you've been honest with me. I saw that, and it. Obviously, I've been at your grandparents' house. You know what your grandparents' house looks like, and just even the stuff said almost seems after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to tell us? Anything else you think we should know about any of this? Did you guys hurt anybody else, steal from anybody else, do anything else?
No.
We're not going to find a body in Johnny's trunk?
No.
The tire iron came from his car?
No. Oh, I do have a question though.
What's up?
I got a charge for what's it called? It was Johnny's ex said I was stalking her.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Oh, I have no idea.
You don't know anything about that?
I don't know anything about that. Yeah, Corporal Boots will be here to talk to you in a little bit. We're going to have somebody come up, take photos, and try to take your fingerprints, okay? But if
Okay.
there's nothing else you think we need to know, nobody else got hurt, no body in the back of Johnny's trunk?
Nope.
Okay.
The officers left the room to review the evidence, and they found that just one thing in Cassandra's story wasn't adding up, so they returned to confront her again. And this time, they weren't very happy with Cassandra for lying to them.
Hey, Cassie, who's Sunshine?
Sunshine?
Uh-huh.
She's one of my friends.
What's her real name?
Kieran.
Kieran? What's her last name?
I don't know.
Was she at your grandparents' house?
She's been there before.
You sure? Or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember having anyone over at my house. Because me and Johnny went over to her house.
Is Kieran a white
It's a-
chick, black chick?
Black.
Obviously female.
Yeah.
How old is she?
19.
Peachtree Ridge?
Used to. Dropped out.
What's Izzy's real name?
This is her real name. Izzy Ellis.
Okay, give us a second. We got a problem, man. I mean, as you know, I'm a cool dude. So is she, okay? I've been doing this longer than you've been alive, okay? I'm a no bullshitter. I don't know what those DA investigators, I don't know what type of, how many times they talked to you or that. We're different in that aspect, okay? I'm cool as shit with you if you're cool as shit with me. But once lying and stuff like that starts, I have a problem. I believe that there were people at that house, okay?
If it was probably only Sunshine.
I mean, I just want no if or anything like that. Unfortunately, you're in this, okay? There's no, there's no saving face right now,
So he's been getting phone calls about you inviting people over to your house, okay? So who was there?
The only person who I can think of would be Sunshine and her boyfriend,
Okay, so
And then
Sunshine has a boyfriend. What's Sunshine's boyfriend's name?
Alex
Alex.
Peterson.
Alex Pearson?
Peterson, yeah.
Peterson.
Now, again, you're saying you think they showed up. I mean, you have to, is that video from during that time frame, do you know?
It might have been, I don't know.
So, I mean, you remember pretty good details. I don't see how you
Listen,
forget
I
this.
just,
Is your grandma gonna let, real talk, is your grandma gonna let Johnny, Alex, and Sunshine over at her house?
No, she didn't even know about them.
Okay.
I mean, she knew about Johnny, but she didn't know about...
So for all these people to be inside your house, we're gonna both have to assume that it was after you guys killed your grandparents.
I'll be straight up, dude. We heard about a conversation that took place inside there where someone was bitching about the smell. And Johnny's like, no, dude, it's just sewage. There's a sewage problem upstairs. Is this not...
That never came up.
Now, that could be rumors. You know how when kids talk, rumors...
That never was a conversation that came up. The
Okay.
only people who came over to the house was Sunshine and Alex.
So they did come over to the house after you killed your grandparents?
Yeah, I mean, all of it was like one big rush. I don't remember what day they came over, but
I'm not asking for a day. I'm just asking for in 7 days after you guys killed your grandparents and before you went to go attack Johnny's family.
yeah,
Sunshine and Alex were at your house.
yes,
What did you guys do?
we just smoked some weed.
Okay. Did you order food?
No,
Okay.
How long
Did
did-
they order food?
no,
You just ate weed? You smoked weed? I'm sorry, I don't.
yeah, we just...
I've never smoked weed, I'm sorry. But I've heard, watching movies, you also get hungry. So you got 4 fucking teenagers inside a house, nobody gets hungry?
Well, if we got hungry, we would have left and got something to eat. But the conversation with the smell and the sewage, that...
Well, just don't hang up on that. That's just rumors. People in high school talk a lot of crap, and that's just rumors that I heard. I knew somebody. I mean, I've seen videos and things like that, and I pretty much knew somebody was in that house. Why would you protect them and not tell me about it?
Let me ask you a question. You killed Grandma and Grandpa with Johnny. Johnny, you said, glues and what we know to be caulks the doors. Was that immediately after, or was that before people came over?
That was before people came over.
Okay, so-
I even poured bleach on them before he
You
did
poured
that to
bleach
the
on
door.
Grandma and Grandpa,
Yeah,
and you left one of the bleach bottles in the bathroom next to Grandma.
yeah.
Why did you pour bleach on them?
Johnny told me to.
For the smell? Okay. So, when did you pour the bleach on them?
It was like a couple days after. Like, it was like before we left the house to go chill with some friends. Like, we did it before anyone came over to the house.
Okay. So, you kill Grandma and Grandpa, you basically grab all your shit and put it downstairs. Did that happen the same day?
Yes.
Okay. At some point, you're chilling downstairs with Johnny. You end up, we're like, fuck it, let's have some people over. Johnny tells you to pour bleach on them.
Yeah.
You pour bleach on them.
Yeah.
Where did you put Grandpa's bleach bottle?
We use the same bleach bottle.
Okay. So you bleach Grandpa first,
Yeah.
then you bleach Grandma, and then you throw the bottle in the trash can. In the bathroom.
I don't remember throwing it.
It's like, alright, it's more like a Windex bottle than it is like a tub of bleach. Okay. And then Johnny caulks the doors
Yes.
after you bleach them,
Yes.
several days after you kill them.
Yes.
And that was because it smelled and you were having people over.
We weren't intending to have any people over. We only had Sunshine and Alex come over just that one day because we were like, it was only a couple days after, so we thought it was going to be okay. Like, it didn't smell in the house.
Do they know that your grandparents were upstairs?
No,
They have no idea.
they had no idea. I told them that they were on vacation.
Did they go upstairs at all?
No,
How long did they stay there for?
just for like a few hours. They came really late at night.
Who else came over?
It was just Sunshine and
You
Alex.
said we only thought Sunshine and Alex were coming.
It was just them. No one else came to the house.
Okay, let me ask you this then. You literally have showed no emotion towards your grandparents, and I don't have a problem. Like, I don't know the life that you were having, and I guess I can kind of understand that you wanted to sever that part of your life and start over again, okay? But why are you showing emotion with when I brought up Sunshine? What the hell is this chick? You know what I'm saying?
She's just a close friend. She was there most of the time when I was going through the stuff with my parents. So she's really close to me. Not as close as Izzy though. Like,
Did Izzy come over?
no,
Does she know what happened?
no.
Did you tell anyone what happened? Not a person? Did you text anyone on Grandma's phone
Yes,
pretending to be Grandma?
yes.
Who did you text?
Just Sylvia.
Okay. And who's that to you?
She's a family member in California.
Okay. So you texted Sylvia. What did you say to Sylvia?
She kept asking, is everything okay? Because she just started freaking out, like, that my grandma wasn't texting her. And so I started texting her saying everything's fine.
Where'd you take Grandma's phone from? Was it on her nightstand? Was it
Yeah.
in her purse?
It was on her nightstand.
Okay. Did you take it before or after you hit her with the tire iron?
It was like in the middle.
In the middle. So she couldn't call 911?
Yeah. No, we made sure that they couldn't call 911.
No one else came to the house?
It was all over the news.
Yep. And it was just you and Johnny.
It's just me and Tom.
And after a few days, you poured bleach on
Yeah.
Grandma and Grandpa to mask the smell,
Yeah.
so Sunshine and Alex could come over.
So then they wouldn't find out.
And then you caulked the doors.
Yeah.
You caulked the front door too.
That was all Johnny. I didn't even do that.
Why did Johnny caulk the front door?
I didn't even know he did that to the
He
front
did.
door.
Well, let me ask you this. Could you use the front door to your house before?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we never
Did you bring the Amazon packages in or did Grandma?
I did.
You did? Why did you?
So then it didn't look obvious. And
Okay.
plus people like to steal our stuff.
Okay. Did you bring the mail in at all or just the Amazon?
Just the packages that were left on the porch.
If we call if we call Alex and Sunshine, they gonna tell us you had a party?
No.
There was shit all over that house.
Yeah, we destroyed the house, but we didn't have a party there. We didn't have a party there.
Cassie, Johnny, Sunshine, and Alex, and that's it?
How was it?
And that video's from after, right?
It must have been from Sunshine, because no one else was at the house.
Okay.
I didn't even think she was recording us off her phone.
When she was, you used Snapchat. Why wouldn't she use Snapchat?
I didn't.
She didn't know your grandparents were dead upstairs.
Yeah. I didn't realize she was taking a video of us.
Anything else? It only seems that you're sorry you got caught, that you had people over after. You don't seem to be sorry that you killed your grandparents.
I am.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Knock if you need anything.
Cassandra and her boyfriend Johnny were subsequently transported to jail, where they were held without bond. The couple apparently separated some time during their incarceration, and months later, they both entered guilty pleas to be spared the death penalty. Johnny gave a tearful apology at their sentencing in February 2018, but Cassandra just sobbed quietly and declined to speak. Though it was found that the teens used a baseball bat, a hammer, a tire iron, and butcher knives to carry out the gruesome attack, the judge agreed with the families to hand both of them the lowest possible sentence of life in prison with the possibility of parole in 60 years. They'll be eligible for release when Cassandra's 77 and Johnny's 79.